So, like, one of the weirdest things that I've learned in, my time as like a sex worker in general and a brothel worker in general is that like the good, generous clients that are like whales are never who you think that they're going to be. Okay, to the untrained eye, okay, if you're like, not a sex worker and you're watching this, okay, please tell me which of these two men would you would think would be the ones that would be like a high rolling client. All right. If you thought that the high roller was A, congratulations on being wrong because you're wrong. It's always going to be like the B that's going to spend the money is the guy that's like just like a regular like blue collar worker type. 99.9% of the time, it's going to be like some dude that like looks like he's like a construction worker and like kind of like raggedy, not like overly raggedy, but like lived in, worked in type of just normal guy clothes. And that's who is going to give you the most money, not the rich looking guy. And to be fair, like if either of those two things is done to an extreme level, you are dealing with like a legitimate psychopath because like I've seen guys show up to the club in like tuxedos and it's like what? Like you look like a fucking ass clown right now. Why did you couldn't have taken off like a part of this? Like you couldn't have taken off like the suit, like the jacket of the suit or something, and maybe you played it down. You really came into the club in a tuxedo to let us know how fancy you are? Psychopath behavior. Or if they show up and they're like work clothes, but they're like overly dirty, like who the hell do you think you are? Both of those two things when done to the extreme. My point though is neither of those are a good thing and they won't spend money, so take that into consideration, I guess. But it's like, yeah, like I'm not saying that these guys that that dress and present as like somebody that would seem like they had a lot of money, I'm not saying that they don't have the money, because it's like I feel like a lot of them could actually hand you like literally a life-changing amount of money and it wouldn't even be a drop in the bucket to them. But it's like they'll just carrot dangle it over your head like you're just some chick that they're meeting at a regular bar. And they'll be like, oh yeah, look at this $200,000 car I have, and look at my Rolex, and look at this, and I'm so rich, and blah blah blah. And like it's going to like impress you, like you're going to be like, wow, really? I'm just going to see you for free because maybe someday that could be mine too. Well, guess what? That's dumb as hell because I don't care. Like unless you're signing over the title to this car to me or like giving me your Rolex or whatever, I literally don't care how much money you have until it's actually like in my pocket. So yeah, I found that like a lot of the guys that you would actually really think are the rich guys are just like the most gigantic waste of time. And this doubles like if they come in golf attire, like that's my mortal enemy. Like when I'm working, like if I see a group of golfers, please don't pick me because it's like 99% of the time a group of golfers is just going to carrot dangle you. But like the blue collar guys, right? Every like big like spending client that I have had has just shown up, just dressed like a normal freaking person. Like you would not think that they were really about to drop as much money as they did or where the money came from, but they're very generous. And I think that it has something to do with actually knowing the value of money and working a normal job themselves. Like they understand that you actually need money because you're at work. And opposed to like the mega wealthy clients that have just always had money, like they don't understand what money is. And I'm dead ass serious about that. Like if that makes sense. Like I've actually met like super wealthy people, not only in like, my working life, but in my personal life too. And it's like I know how they kind of operate. Like I know okay, a old customer of mine, he told me that he literally didn't understand how credit worked, okay? And he didn't understand like how to pay bills because he's never had to worry about credit or pay any of his own bills. Like it's like they don't have a basic normal understanding of what money means to the average person. And it's funny because it's like they could literally, hand you like an amount of money that would just change your life and it wouldn't be shit to them. But, they won't. But then like you'll have like blue collar guys that like will sit there and like save up for the experience for like a while and then just really just give you, you know, a life-changing amount of money. And not even be an asshole about it. Just be very generous. And like, it just blows my mind how that ends up working out. But I do need to make an honorable mention to a specific subset of rich guy. And it's like the Subaru rich guy. Because like some of these like, you know, really, really wealthy guys, they like kind of like dress down like Steve Jobs style and drive like a Corolla or a Subaru, and they always have like the weird like kind of like hiking boots, like suede dad hiking boots on. Yeah, okay, those guys, they have money. Subaru guy, definitely Subaru guy will spend some money. But that's like the exception of rich guy that will actually legitimately throw a lot of money. So, yeah.